Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So I do receive a lot of messages about AI and about AI music, people sending me their AI creations and songs, and also people asking me for my opinion on it. So with AI, I'm trying to keep up to date with it and keeping my eye on everything that's going on. Recently we had a video looking at Randy Travis and the song that he released that used AI, and I believe in that case it was a singer's voice that they used, and the AI basically turned that voice into Randy's voice in order to get it to sound the same for that particular release. And because Randy didn't have the physical capability to record the vocal himself, that was a separate use of AI that we did take a look at. Now we've got a totally different thing going on. So just to set the scene, the most popular version of this, I guess, is over on Instagram, where you have AI models and AI influencers, I think they're called, where they're not actually a person, but of course it looks like a real person, but it's AI. So you've got people who are generating these models and making them look as attractive as possible, and you can even make videos out of this now so that the person's actually moving, looking like they are alive, but you can't tell it's not a real person, but it's an AI person. So when we now get into music, and what I'm going to be talking about in this video, it's that, but for music. So we're going to jump in with what I would consider the basic level of forgery, fakery, imitation. And it really does play on the ignorance of people watching who don't play the guitar and maybe can't spot AI footage. So this is from YouTube, and it's just one of those shorts. So it's a very short video. So let's have a watch of this. So, I don't know who's watching this thinking that it's real, but it's got 14,000 thumbs up. I mean, I think with this, like I said, it's the entry level. It's really obvious, at least to me, that this is an AI generated video, and you can see the way that we've got dots appearing and disappearing on the fretboard, and the movements don't match, obviously the finger movements of the person playing, but she even looks like she's a bit of a cartoon. So now we're going to the next level, and this I consider to be a little bit more realistic looking, but we'll have a quick listen. And we've got the same issue with the dots appearing and disappearing on the fretboard. I think we've even got a middle pickup that's moving and disappearing a little bit, and yeah. So if you're looking at the guitar, and you can see that the fingers go all blurry as well, it doesn't make any sense. But for reference, this has had 7.8 million views. So people are watching this video of, oh, hang on, I've just noticed this in the background. I mean, there obviously must be other people who have this, but that is absolutely identical. And basically AI works by watching videos and performances and other things that might be in the background. You cannot get more the same as that. So, I mean, obviously there are going to be other people who have that. But for it to pop up in a video like that, I wasn't even looking at that. So AI may have taken the background of one of my videos to put in its background to make it seem more realistic. That is super weird, and something that I didn't even notice just until then. I'm going to let this play on, because you can see with the hair and stuff that the flowing nature of it was all a bit weird as well. So anyway, there we go. So now we have another one from the same channel. This is, you can see it on screen at the bottom here, Trung Official. So this is now what I would call the third level of fakery that we've got going on, because this is taking somebody else's video of them playing the guitar. So you will see we now don't have the dots or lines appearing on the neck of the guitar, and the fingers all make sense because this is the body of an actual person on YouTube. Ironically, it's, I actually know, the same channel that I featured in the past when we were looking at people uploading videos and they weren't actually playing what we were hearing. Now they've taken a video from that channel, and the channel that I'm talking about, the girl can play guitar. It just so happened that the video that I was looking at was pre-recorded and she wasn't quite doing the movements correctly. So it means that now you can have somebody who's pre-recording a solo and then pretending to play the solo and pretending to play it live. So you could say, well, that is a bit of a fake thing in the first place, a little bit fraudulent. You've got something that potentially isn't being played by the person uploading the video, and then somebody else taking the person's video of them not playing something and editing that with AI so that the thing that they weren't playing now looks like somebody else is playing it, even though they weren't playing it in the first place. So you've got all of this, talk about a rabbit hole, all of this stuff, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. But I'm going to let this play on because the face here has been applied to this video. This isn't the girl's face who's playing this originally. And you can see the hair kind of appearing and disappearing a little bit. But again, people might not know that this is fake. And what I will say is that this isn't even a really good version of changing the face of the person playing, even though I know some people will say, well, it looks like that is her face. But this is AI. And you can do amazing things with AI. Like on my video now, I could make myself look like Sylvester Stallone or Rambo if I wanted to. I know that people that do AI, it takes a very long time for the process to be completed. But just to prove that point, I'm going to try and do it on this video. You can change somebody's face. And in this case, you've got somebody who's got a video of them playing the guitar. They own that performance. That is them. But somebody else has now taken that, and I don't know how many views this must have, but it's got 18,000 thumbs up. So I think enough people think this is genuine for this channel to be making a lot of money from it. So, and this is just a shorts video. So it's not even an official upload, but it still had over 18,000 likes. So there's obviously ad revenue in this. So is this the new level of fraud that we're seeing? That people are going to be taking videos, genuine performance videos, from maybe lesser known YouTubers and putting a particular face on there and getting millions of views, making millions of dollars and ad revenue from using AI. Now, the other thing is that I know on YouTube, when you upload a video, you have to disclose as to whether AI has been used or not in the creation of that video. But you can just say no. You can, I mean, I don't know how they police it. And this is the problem with AI. How do you police this? When it starts getting so good that you can't tell that it's somebody else's face and it wasn't their face originally, how do you police that? How do you enforce the law of saying, well, no, you've got to disclose that you've changed that person's face? Because there are millions of videos being uploaded every day, probably every hour on YouTube. So how do they keep control of that? It's going to be impossible. So it might already be at the point where AI can't be policed. It's now gone, it's too quick. It has become too advanced too quickly. So now people are going to be making ad revenue from other people's performances because they've changed their face to make it look maybe more attractive than the original person who played it. Because that's what it's all about. And what it's all about over on Instagram, of making these fake pages of models. It's just all about I don't know, catering it from for a particular demographic that they know they're going to get millions of views. So the creators obviously know exactly what they're doing. The other thing that I've seen, which is, I mean, it's crazy, it doesn't make any sense to me, is having these kinds of videos and people upload these videos with the fake guitar playing and the AI face put on there, and they've filmed themselves in front of the fake video going like that, and they're at the bottom of the screen, kind of minimized, but they've uploaded it to their channel just doing that, pointing and nodding. And you know, that's, some of those videos have had thousands of views. So I really don't get it. But yeah, I think this video that I've just looked at is a little bit more disturbing from an artistic point of view, because somebody can take your video that you've created and change your face, so it's now not you doing it anymore, but it is you doing it. So when people watch that particular performance, say for example your video got 2,000 views, somebody stole it, put an AI face of somebody else on there, and that video had 21 million views and they're getting the ad revenue. What do you do then? You have to say, hang on, that's not them, that's me. And then they say, well, it doesn't look like you. And they say, well, no, they've taken a different face and put it on there. They've used AI. And then they say, well, they didn't disclose that they used AI, and they've now got the 21 million views worth of ad revenue. So how do you get that back for your video that only got a couple of thousand views? So yeah, this is absolutely crazy now. And you know, when I first started this video, I thought, oh, well, it's obvious and you can tell the difference. But now, at the end of making this video, looking at things like this and the fact that, you know, the one before had, what, 8 million views, close to, thinking about the ad revenue that they must be getting for that, you think, well, yeah, this is now serious. This is now taking somebody's artistic creations, potentially, and their performances, and showing it as something else. And the person who originally uploaded that video isn't getting any of the ad revenue, and it's massively fraudulent. But what is the law? With this particular channel that I'm looking at, there are loads of videos like this, and unfortunately, again, looking at the guitar playing here, this has got to be somebody else's video that they have stolen and put an AI face on, because look at it. So this is absolutely the next stage in this, fraudulent behavior or this fakery. This is being played. So somebody has actually uploaded this to YouTube. Somebody else, this channel, has stolen it and put on an AI face and is now getting views for content that they didn't create and for playing that they didn't do. So they've basically just sidestepped that problem of the guitar, you know, fretboard having different things appearing and disappearing, and the playing looking fake. They've sidestepped that by taking people's genuine videos of them playing guitar and putting an AI face on there and then releasing it on their channel and getting ad revenue for it. Whereas the original player who's actually doing this isn't getting any of that. So yeah, I mean, sadly, the more you look at this, and when we've gone into this deeper level now, this is now massively fraudulent and outrageous that this is actually happening. And there's nothing that covers this with AI. Like, what do YouTube do about this? All they do is say, oh, you've got to disclose if you're using an AI generated video. But what if somebody doesn't do that? How does YouTube tell that this is AI or not? Because the face here, I mean, it's not bad, but it's going to get better. You can still see in places where, you know, the eyes aren't quite right or the teeth, but people might not even be able to notice it, but AI is going to get better than this. So it's going to become more convincing, which means everybody's artistic creations are going to be potentially up for, you know, fraud, or they can be used for fraudulent activities to make ad revenue by using your talent, whatever you might be doing, to then upload on their channel, change the face, and they're just going to wait for that ad revenue to roll in. You know, for me, this does show that AI has already gone too far, that there's nothing in place that covers this, because if there were, these videos wouldn't exist. I was going to say it's a brave new world, but it is a bit of a scary new world, really, for artists, and knowing that people can just take your video and change your face and then upload it, and it might go viral, but not as you, as this pretend person that doesn't even exist. Now, I don't know what to say about it, because this is totally different, I think, to the Randy Travis thing and people just creating songs with AI. This is now stealing somebody else's creation and releasing it as your own, using AI to make it look different. So yeah, totally different kettle of fish, where I would say that this is now fraud. This is absolutely fraudulent, because they didn't do this guitar performance. This is somebody else who did it. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know that this could potentially be a bit of a hot topic, but try to stay vigilant if you can. I will point out this kind of stuff where I can, if you guys let me know that it's going on, or if you have suspicions about anything, because yeah, this is totally different to, you know, lip syncing. At least with lip syncing, it is the actual person who's lip syncing. It's now getting to the point where this is even deeper than all of that stuff. Thank you guys for suggesting a look at AI, and yeah, looking at it in a little bit more detail from this point of view, in some of these videos that have now popped up on YouTube and over on Instagram. It is, I think, now getting a little bit serious, and I know that it's been a little bit light-hearted, but yeah, I'm now personally involved with my rock horn statue that my sister gave me for Christmas. That might well be being used in the background of AI generated videos to make it look more authentic. Who knows? Anyway, as always, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Keep the suggestions and requests for future videos coming as well. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys at the next one. Rock!